Hello everyone, Ziljin here with another episode of Let's Talk About Things. Double double vlog bonus today because I wanted to make this video, so might as well make it while it's fresh in my memory, right? With the reaction and everything. So like I said in the previous vlog, I watched that Young Turks video about the alt-right survey, and I'm looking at it right now. I'll post a link in the description if you want to read it by yourself. It's from Vox.com, so it's not exactly reputable news source or anything like that. I'm pretty sure it's mostly like clickbait, random news. So it's not exactly, it's not actually, I have no clue what I'm trying to say, but it's not like CNN or New York Times or something like that. Although the people who don't agree with this video probably don't like those news sites any better. Yeah, it's all fake news to them. Yeah, Ziljin gone political. Yeah. Anyway, so basically they did surveys of the alt-right members or people who identify as the alt-right, Republican, and stuff like that. Yeah. So one of the survey questions that this video is gonna focus about, because I watched it on the Young Turks. Yeah, I watched the Young Turks. I don't vote or anything, but if anything, I'd probably lean liberal Democrat. Yeah. So if you don't like liberals, you don't like Democrats, you're probably gonna dislike this video and post a bunch of hate comments. Hopefully not. Prove that you're not a hateful bigot, even though the surveys does say you are. Okay, so I'll just quote some of the sentences. One of the darkest findings in the survey comes from a simple question: how evolved do you think other people are? So they just had pictures of a human ancestor, ancient ancestor, like chimpanzee or something like that. It looks really apish. Does not look human. And then there's like cavemen, and then the modern human. Yeah. So basically, on a scale of 0 to 100, how human, fully evolved human do you think they are? Yeah. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and read the description. 100% is fully human. Surprisingly, they rated white people as only 91.8%. So what do they consider 100% fully evolved human? That's bizarre. So this is I believe this is an average, right? Yeah. So maybe there are some people who did vote 100%. So I don't know why that means people voted 80% to skew it down to 91%. That's very bizarre. Anyway, so at number 1, white people, 91.8% modern human, fully evolved human. Okay. Americans, 88.63. Yay. Well, so obviously the survey is Americans, so okay. That's interesting. Americans, 3% lower than white people. Okay. That's kind of weird. I mean, I guess, is it because there's non-white people in America? But I believe, actually, I have no idea the statistics, but white people only make up, like, what was it, 50 or 70% most? The other minorities are like 10, 15, 30% or something. Like it's not big, but it's not small. Okay. So you would think it would be skewed more than that, but okay, guess not. They're just ignoring all the minorities or something. I mean, most of the Hispanic minorities, they do look white, and some of them do identify as white. So maybe, that's because from like the colonial times, where like Spanish people came to colonize South America, and a lot of them refused to intermarry, interbreed, intermix with all the natives and the black slaves and all that stuff. So they try their best to keep a pure white lineage, which is why a lot of Hispanic look and are ethnically white. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. So, wow, spent all this time on just fucking Americans. Okay, so there's men, 88.47%. No surprise there. Alt-right conservatives, they usually favor males. Europeans, 87.08%. That's actually not, it's only 1% lower than the Americans. So, yeah, I thought it would be lower. Or not, because they don't like foreigners as much, but I guess Europeans are alright because they're mostly white, right? Swedes, 84.11%. Why is Sweden like separated from Europeans? I mean, aren't Swedish Vikings? Aren't they like the prototypical white person? You know, blonde hair, blue eyes, perfect Aryan nation race, right? Okay, that's weird. And then Christians, 83.81%. Okay. And then women, 83.12%. I honestly thought it would be a lot lower, based on the stereotypes that, you know, the right wing doesn't like women. So I guess they do respect the women. PewDiePie meme right there. Sometimes the right random respect women in trending videos and it gets like 1,000 likes. Cool. Okay, Donald Trump, 82.82%. Human. Fully evolved human. Interesting. The people who voted for Donald Trump doesn't believe he's 100% modern human. Okay. But he does rank a little bit higher than Republicans, 82.78%, 0.04% higher than the average Republican. Okay. Russians at 78.98%. I thought, like, you know, the right wing, they're friends of Russia. They're like, say, yeah, we can be friends. Why do liberals hate Russians? I mean, this doesn't mean the right wing hates Russians. Just a slightly lower preference for them, you know. And then Jewish people at 73.09%. They like Russians more than Jewish people? I mean, it does make sense because a lot of neo-Nazis don't like Jewish people. They're anti-Semitic, which is why PewDiePie's dropping all those Nazi anti-Semitic meme jokes. Yeah. He doesn't want to be associated with all these alt-right neo-Nazi white supremacists. Government employees, 70.72%. Interesting, because these people believe Jewish people conquering the world, they control the government, they're like they're behind every single conspiracy, the media and everything. But so the government is controlled by Jewish Illuminati, but they respect Jewish people more than the government. I guess because the government also has non-Jewish employees. They have a bunch of minorities, so I guess that skews it lower. Maybe? I'm trying to make sense of this. Republicans who refuse to vote for Trump rated at 69.85%. So I guess if you don't support Trump, you're not fully human, okay? And then Mexicans at 67.75%. Here comes the minorities. They're getting lower and lower. And then black people, 64.72%. It makes sense. Hispanic people, Mexican people, they can pass off as white, and so they get rated a little bit higher than black people. They do, like, some of them are not fully Mexican. What am I trying to say? Some of them do look and are ethnically white. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Blabbering. And then Turks is at 63.88%. That's really weird. Why is Turks on this list? Is it because of the ISIS war on ISIS, and like the Turkey is like has their own agenda from the U.S. allies and stuff? Is that what it is? Senk from Young Turks is saying, it's all me. People hate Turks. The alt-right hates Turks because of the Young Turks. That's probably the more simple explanation. Democrats rating at 60.38%. Yeah, that's just weird. Why Turks lower than black people and Mexicans? Okay, are you like? There's probably not that many Turkish people in the U.S. And yeah, Turkish people are, I believe, they're secular. Is that the term where it's religion is separate from the government, so they're not fully religious, like the other is Arabic nations. So that's really weird that they're. I guess maybe that's why they're on the list, to separate Turks from Arabs and stuff. To show like secular Muslims versus like hardcore extremist fundamentalist Muslims. I guess that's what they're trying to show, the difference. I'm surprised the alt-right knows the difference, right? But they probably do to get their news. Yeah, I'm not saying that the right wing is ignorant or anything. They definitely read the news and stuff. So they probably do know the difference between Turks and Arabs. Okay. Democrats at 60.38%. Democrats are mostly, well, that's weird. Democrats, well, there's a lot of white people, but there's also a lot of black people, Mexicans. So how's Democrats respect? So they believe Democrats is only 60% human. Black people 64%, Mexicans 67%, white people 90%. You would think Democrats would be, you know, maybe somewhere between black people and Mexicans, and then the Republicans, right? It's maybe like 70%. Why is Democrats lower than other ethnicities? That's weird. I don't even understand. So I guess they do have some racist bias, but also ideological bias. But also the Young Turks mentioned Swedish are pretty much socialists, so if anything, Sweden is more democratic, more socialist than American Democrats. Okay. Yeah, sure, whatever. Arabs rated at 58.77% human. I guess that makes sense because they think Arabs, Muslims, they're all, you know, terrorists. And all the refugee crises and all that stuff invading Europe, and that's what they think. And also they believe that Israel, Jewish people, is behind all the refugee crisis. They're trying to Islamify the whole freaking world. Yet, okay, Jewish people rated at 73%. Okay, makes perfect sense. Okay, no it doesn't. Journalists at 58.65%. Fake news, huh? They really hate the fake news. They hate fake news. They hate CNN more than Islamic terrorists. Okay. This is a very serious topic, but this is very freaking funny if you're trying to make sense of the different ideological and racist groups and organizations. Like, fake news worse than terrorists. Okay. It's like minorities, subhuman trash, but the journalists, they're the real problems. they're the real. Okay, try to be more serious about this sensitive topic. Okay, Nigerians at 58.60%. Why is Nigerians rated less than black people? Okay, maybe because Nigerians, they're like Africans. They think Nigerians as like tribal, primitive people or something. I don't know. I mean, I guess they consider American black people more civilized because they're American, maybe. And then feminists, that's 57.2%. Oh, Muslims is its own separate category, 55.4%. Okay, I was wrong. Muslim terrorists still lower ranked than journalists. Feminists just slightly above Muslims. Okay. I'm surprised they didn't have something like Black Lives Matter or something here. Wonder how low that would be rated. Probably like 50-something%, right? Feminists, 57.22%. So they don't hate women. They don't hate the women. They just hate the women who want to be equal. So the women that know their place, they're okay. But the women that want rights and everything, boo. almost as bad as terrorists to blow us up, right? Okay, and at the last but not least, Hillary Clinton at 54.83%. Amazing. She's the lowest ranked human. She's worse than women. She's worse than feminists. Worse than Democrats. Okay. So that's all the time we got for this episode. Tell me what you think about all these survey results. Are you surprised? Are you shocked? What do you think? Please, no hate mails, no hate comments or anything like that. Just tell me what you think. Okay, so that's all the time we got for this episode. Yeah, I think I said that already. Subscribe if you have not already. And hopefully you're enjoying this series. Rate, comment, subscribe. And support me on Patreon if you got the cash money lying around if you like my videos. Okay, as always, thank you for watching. Until next time, bye-bye. Oh, and the correct answer, if you've been wondering, like the Young Turk says, 100% human for everyone. Yeah. Bye-bye.